Hey guys, my name is Rodrigo and welcome to Geek Up. If you're new here to this channel, expect some like video games, animes and whatever that is nerdy in this world. Okay, so without no further ado, let's be precise and fast today. I'm gonna go straight to the point. I reached Divine in the season not long ago and it's my second season as a Divine player. So listen up, I'm not into like judging people by their medals or stuff like that, but I know how much of a pleasure it can be to raise your own medal. I was paid a few times to raise people's medal and actually it's not the best feeling as well. I want to help you by giving you like a couple tips and like even some tricks to raise this as soon as you can. I guarantee you that at the end of this, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, you will be able to raise your medal at least like 5 times for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so let's get started. First step, I'm gonna choose a hero to practice with you. Alright, listen, like every hero can work here. I'm gonna choose Dazzle because he's kind of a balanced hero and he has everything that we need to. In this meta, it's very good to just abuse him, like so you can raise your medal as soon as you can and in quick matches. That's the important stuff about Dazzle. He has super quick matches, so you can play a lot of times even if you don't have too much time. So yeah, here are the few tips that you need to know in this meta. First thing, Dazzle is not the best hero for me to be fit in the middle lane or even in a core position. So today I will focus a little bit Dazzle on the 3 other positions, but as well, it can fit in the middle lane if you're a middle laner and you don't trust your mid in your games. So yeah, that can work as well. The few things you need to know about Dazzle. He has healing, he has push, he has burst damage, lane control, and he also has a super efficient way of leveling up. This is everything someone needs to carry their game in any kind of position nowadays, at least in this patch. Your first step to win any game with Dazzle is to do some lane controlling. The early game is essentially important. So, okay, you need to have like some judgment of which lane you should go. Off lane or safe lane, or of course if you want to go the mid lane. But either way, the lane you choose, you need to win this lane. To win it, it's simple. Poison touch and the healing. Both skills are like one of the most powerful skills right now. They can kind of like, send the offlaner back or even give trouble to their carry. I usually go in the offlane if their carry is like someone that joins early in the game, like sometimes Gyrocopter, Ursa, this kind of stuff. I don't really bother by like Anti-Mage or Spectre because usually I can finish the game way early. They can enter, properly. So, alright. So the first thing is that you need to get a decent amount of golds to finish Arcane Boots as soon as you can. This is going to be like your harass weapon all over the game. You're gonna use these Arcane Boots for a lot of things, and I will show you why. It's all about items. Dazzle is basically an item hero because he has every skill to do everything he can. So basically every item can fit in this character, If you need to push in the game, Necronomicon is the answer. Even sometimes straight push with Necronomicon. Sometimes when they have like anti-mage in their team and my team is lacking like early push, I always go for Necronomicon and I try to push as many lanes as I can. If I can push the 3 tier 2 lanes in less than 20 minutes with like a Necronomicon level 1, it's already good enough for me. I did a lot of job, like I got a lot of money for myself at least. I don't really trust my team every situation, you know how it is, Dota. So it's basically important for you to get some money and to make good use of this money. This is the most important thing, guys. This is the most important thing in Dota as a whole thing, You need to use your money properly. Sometimes you don't have as much money as you do in other matches, so make good use of them. I'm gonna show you now the 3 best items for Dazzle in my opinion, and when to use each. I just talked a little bit about Necronomicon. It's of course for pushing and also like kind of for controlling a lane. If their team is too much good, like in team fighting, it's great to have Necronomicon because you just straight like push another lane and then TP to the fight. They will need to TP and you'll be like 5 in your team versus 4. It's the dream situation for Dazzle players because you don't want to focus like on too many guys like dying in your team, so it's better for you. Just send your Necronomicon to a lane and keep farming. Because of bad juju, I love this name, so cute. But every item gets like some, like a cooldown decrease. That's the name, right? Yeah, so moving to the next item. I love to use Lotus Orb because it also uses the Arcane Boots, so I just dismantle the Arcane Boots to finish as soon as I can the Lotus. This item is super underrated. It's kind of It's kind of just used by pro players nowadays, but it's extremely important, but only in a few situations. If you think that like the other team is controlling your hard carry or your middle laner, and you need this middle laner or this hard carry to win, so Lotus Orb for sure. You just throw this in his face, you know, like in your middle laner or hard carry face, and the item does its job itself. People can't grab him, like Pudges can't like just start to eat your hard carry. And of course it protects like from burst damage usually, or hacks from Shadow Shaman, Lion. It's good like to keep them like free to go. I usually just do this item when I am the position 5, because I am sure that I know my hard carry well, and I'm sure that he can do his job well, you know, like if I think like, okay, yeah, this guy, he can be good use for me to win this game. Of course, like sometimes I'm mistaken about my decision, but if I think he's good for me, so Lotus Orb usually it's a good choice. And of course, just as I said, you should dismantle your Arcane Boots for that, so you can finish as soon as you can this item. Alright, the last item that sometimes I do is Garden Grips. Garden Grips, it's basically for team fighting. It's like good for your whole team, but only in case your team is walking together. You need to judge like psychologically. Is your team helping you? Is it like not your whole team, but at least like 2 or 3 people in your team needs to be alive in their fights? Is them like having some kind of not horrible synergy? They're not like flaming in the chat? So yeah, Garden Grips maybe is a good call for you. It also gets you alive more easily. It's the best item for your own survival. So because it gets rid of silence or any kind of like, yeah, you know, slow and this stuff. So yeah, I like this item a lot, but personally it's the item that I do less, because I told you, you need a good synergy with your team, and usually this is kind of rare situation in most Dota servers. You know well, this kind of stuff too, I know that. Right, so these tips are mostly everything you need to know in your rankings. Now, how to use them. You need to judge carefully every situation and just choose between these 3 items. It's like quite simple. If you want like one more tip, it's simply when the game is like too easy. I just do it when the game like is going too much well. I'm like crushing everyone in the early stages, sometimes in the middle lane or even like position 5, it doesn't matter. But if I have like a very good early game and I feel that I can finish the game in 20 minutes, like 20 minutes I can already go to their base, then Medallion is a good choice as well. But this is super situational, please remember this. Medallion is like if you get a lot of money early, and if you think that your team can do Roshan and go to the base early. So you can just like buff your, I don't know, usually Alchemist, because they can give you this kind of situation. So usually Alchemist or Ursa, Sven, and you just buff them and let them crush their base, just like that. About positioning, it's also important as a Dazzle, but this is for every single hero, so I will not explain this too much in this video. But please remember, if you stay alive, you are a winner. The game has like a position 1 or 2 nowadays. It's basically to kill the others and, you know, maintain the control. But the position 3, 4, and 5, guys, it's kind of like a horror surviving game, you know? Like you have to avoid a lot of situations, usually be hidden in the woods and just like healing, and Greaves, Lotus Orb, Medallion, this kind of item if you have Garden Grips. Otherwise, just pushing, and also hidden, always, like you should always be hidden. The Shallow Wave is always great to push, and Dazzle has basically everything you need. It's kind of a complete hero. So if you want to spam some hero that is actually very rewarding, just get Dazzle. Go with Dazzle, it's a great choice, always. I showed you just like the first 2 items, like just boots and your first item of your choice. But remember, usually I'm planning like to just tell you the simple steps to win as a Dazzle. But if you want like a little more hardcore playing Dazzle, I will do the part 2 of this video, and also like judging some replays by me and by you guys that I want you to send, and then we can discuss this a little better. But with only these tips, you're already able like to reach at least, I don't know, like if you are in Legend, you can reach Ancient easily. Trust me guys, just never lose your cool in the mats, be like a cute player, and just, yeah, well played guys, well played, just give a lot of well plays and applauses to people, and your team usually do better, like that. Yeah, that's it for today guys. I hope you enjoyed this video super quickly. I hope that it didn't bother you too much time. And yeah, let's do. Search some matches, add me on Steam. I will put my link here. You can ask me whatever you want, even sometimes coaching you if you need. And that's it. Kisses, guys. Bye bye. Subscribe to Geek Up and watch more videos here. Bye bye.